I do worry about the well-being of my retinue during my impromptu absence.
I'm sure the good people of the Adventurers Guild are absolutely fine, mein Fräulein.
I created another universe and founded paradise. For I, Fischl, am the Prinzessin der Verirrten.
Vale, señores. Vamos a enfrentarnos al dios del vortice.
According to coaching, this, excuse me, do you...
What the fuck? Ah, claro,
Yes.
tenemos que subir.
How?
It's not convenient to speak...
Ah, well said.
Yep.
And yet the code they used.
Paimon's exhausted. If we hadn't happened to see the Jade Chamber flying over just as we came out of the Golden House, we really wouldn't have known which way to go. Did we make it in time? Is the Overlord of the Vortex still
La
in
intro
the
esta está
sea?
guapa, la verdad.
It hasn't destroyed Liyue yet, has it?
What are you doing here?
Huh? Hold on. It's the Adepti. What are you doing on the Jade Chamber? Paimon thought you were arguing with the Chising. Is the fighting over?
Faced with a calamity of such magnitude, we have agreed to put our differences aside for now and unite against this common enemy.
Oh, Paimon gets it. So how do you plan to defend Liyue? Just seeing this Overlord of the Vortex guy puts a pit in Paimon's tummy, even from all the way out here.
It's not just you. We've got new Millilith recruits who can't even stand at attention without shaking. The force of an ancient god's presence seems to be too much for ordinary people to handle. Which is why we must stop that monster before it gets any closer to Liyue Harbor.
So the Archon War was fought 2,000 years ago against enemies like that thing? Now that's scary. So will the power of the Chising, Millilith, and Adepti gathered here be enough to stop that god?
We've already discussed this together, and our conclusion is not necessarily.
What? But all of you are supposed to be the guardians of Liyue. Can't you think of something?
One certainly could.
Huh?
The Chising did once research the matter of the Guizhong Ballista when it piqued their fancy. And as fate would have it, one who did craft the Guizhong Ballista with one's own hands is here. For what could you mortals ever learn of Adepti mechanisms? Yet, it would take one, but a little tinkering to turn this ballista into an engine of war beyond your wildest thoughts.
I suppose this is one blessing from the Adepti that we should be thankful for. So be it. We shall use the upgraded Guizhong Ballista to fight off that god. All the Adepti here can lend their strength to man it. We haven't a moment to spare. Our battle begins now. Yep.
The three Adepti are manning the Guizhong Ballista. Do not let the Fatui disturb their work.
All able Millilith, with me!
Let's go help too!
We Adepti have not faced a god in several millennia. Let one see what you're made of then. What strength remains within you, one wishes to witness.
Yahoo! Out of the frying pan, into the fire!
As you wish, main Fräulein.
Looks like I
Boba, get them! Brace yourself! Let the show begin! Boba, get them! Let's play! Wouldn't gliding be faster? Think you can get away? By royal decree!
I miscalculated.
Vale, vamos bien. 96 y 95%.
That is Osial's divine power.
Está haciendo un ataque.
Be careful not to get hit.
Ok. Que es la primera vez que nos enfrentamos a él, no sé las mecánicas.
The Fatui! Their attacks are unrelenting!
How dare you? Snezhnai's diplomats will answer for this afterward. Every last one.
By royal decree!
Lo mueve para poder hacerle la conducción.
Boba, get them! You're
There are so many Fatui too! We can't look!
Y estos tipos que se encantan.
Hold them, children. Don't lose heart. Here, take this.
This is Adeptal energy! That light from your body, it's like the time in Julian Cars! Whoa! It's not a pink shockwave! This granny's really strong!
No rest for the wicked.
Wings of darkness! Come, Saber Knight, brace yourself! Nice and spicy!
Miscalculated.
Let's play! By royal decree! Nice and spicy! Shadow Raven, let night fall! With the blood of the Chelian, I guard you against evil! Cast your fear of injury by the wayside, and fight with all your might! I too did this during the Archon War!
So this is what Gunny's like in a fight!
My name means
Vale, vamos a aguantar. Velocidad de
Take my power
movimiento
and
aumentada.
run as I do.
We're going too fast!
Ahí está, mira. Nada, esto es esquivar simplemente. ¡Atacar! Esa me dio.
Oh, go, Rubber, go!
Esa también. No pasa nada, tenemos la ulti. Ahí está, atacando.
Child, you are strong in body and spirit. Then perhaps you can withstand 3 forms of adeptal energy at once.
This will hurt a little. Please bear with us.
Once you've adapted, try to use them in battle.
Brace yourself. Shine.
Vamos chetados con el poder de los adeptos.
As you wish, main Fräulein.
Ah, como odio el ataque de este tío de congelar. Por Dios. ¿Me quieres dejar de congelar, cabrón?
In other words, if we hold here, there's nothing worse to come, right?
Let night fall! Brace yourself. Time for takeoff. Odds were Here we go. Over here.
Venga, 30 segunditos más.
Here we go. Nice.
The Fatui's numbers are thinning!
Fight on, comrades! Once we finish this lot off, the Adepti will be able to deal with the god in peace.
Ya está, lo conseguimos. A ver la intro. Esta tía mola, la verdad, como pelea.
The interlopers are no more. Now we may commit ourselves fully.
Máxima potencia. Vaya pepinaco. No muere.
It's working! We just need to keep this up!
Vamos a tener que matarlo nosotros, supongo. Se está descrebajando. Está derrumbando.
Be careful now.
The Guizhong Ballista is destroyed. Without its covering fire, retaliation shall be difficult.
But the Jade Chamber is our last line of defense. We can't give another inch, no matter what.
I have another idea.
What do you mean, Lady Ningguang?
I'll sacrifice the Jade Chamber.
What is the meaning of this?
Batallarla.
I understand.
Traveler, lend me a hand. Farewell, old friend. Goodbye for now. Let us meet again in the future.
Oh. Están a modo de bomba. ¿Y qué pasó con...? ¿Están todos ahí o no? Los adeptos. Oh.
Is it finally over?
The ominous aura of that monster has indeed begun to fade. The effects of the Sigil of Permission last but a short time. It will be some time before the Overlord of the Vortex can make any waves again.
We are indebted to you for your assistance. If the Adepti hadn't happened to be here, the future of Liyue Harbor would surely have been in great jeopardy.
Save your flattery. We didn't just happen to be here. Surely you won't pretend to have forgotten the reason for which we came.
Come now. There's no need for such harsh words, Cloud Retainer. I've heard that when Ningguang began learning to do business, she had already started setting aside part of her then limited income in preparation for building the Jade Chamber. At first, it was only the size of a small room, but with continued expansion, it has become the palace that lies before you
Se
now.
encontraba, dirá.
It is a testament to Ningguang's entire life, both as a businesswoman and as the backbone of the Liyue Qixing. Seeing the Jade Chamber destroyed in the defense of Liyue means much to her. To me, such cooperation and sacrifice deserves at least some recognition, don't you agree?
Well, I was really hoping you would say that such sacrifice could at least be used as some leverage in our negotiations. Thank you all for hearing me out. We know very well why the Adepti came here today. But please forgive us. We cannot yield to your wishes.
Oh?
3,700 years. According to our records, the Adepti signed a contract with Rex Lapis to protect Liyue 3,700 years ago. Even to this very day, Liyue and its lands have stood the test of time, immovable as stone, just as it was thousands of years before. This is truly no small feat. But that does not mean that the Liyue of today is the same city as it was all those years ago. Do not merely cast your protective gaze upon the land. Instead, focus your sights on our city and each of the citizens that dwell within it.
Are you questioning our means of protecting Liyue?
I mean no offense. I simply hope that our Adepti forebears would see Liyue in a new light.
Forebearers, you say? One doubts you would be fit to be part of such a lineage.
This morning, Rex Lapis appeared to me in a dream.
What?
In the dream, I yearned to tell him that we Qixing, though mortal, are equally bound to the contract. Each passing generation of the Qixing leaves many things of value to be inherited by the next generation. I also thought to tell him how the past generations of Qixing had strove under his rule to survive in our mortal world, establishing a network of contracts which has since come to be known as trade. But I dared not speak. I could only gaze at him in silence until the moment I awoke.
Oh, Ningguang.
Yet another perspective. What are you trying to say, Outlander?
Right! That's something that happened in Mondstadt. It's a story about the Four Winds and the people of the Animal Archon. The Animal Archon sought to quell the strife between the two sides, because he believed that such conflict would only scar the hearts of both, and
Each of the 7 nations has its own scars from the past.
Though your point is the very height of simplicity. As Adepti, we've become a laughingstock, to be chastised thus by an outlander who has lent us such succor.
All right, all right. Didn't Ningguang suggest that we should focus on the city and each of its citizens? I know I already have, so why not see for yourselves?
I apologize for appearing in full armor. I am afraid I cannot show the proper courtesies.
And who are you?
I am Feng Yan, a sergeant of the Millilith. I have come to extend my thanks to the Adepti. I thought this battle would perhaps be my last. But thanks to the aid of the Adepti, our forces were not as badly battered as I feared we might be. Although I am a mere mortal soldier, I promise to hold the line and never betray the grace given to us by the illuminated Adepti this day.
Es de poca palabra el Xiao.
why does everyone look so down? Didn't we just beat that big monster?
Weren't you frightened, dear? It was quite the predicament.
I wasn't afraid. All the strong Millilith guards were there, and those powerful heroes with their visions were there. Everyone was there. When danger is near, everyone always protects me. And the rest of the time, they make fun toys and tasty snacks and loads of things that make the harbor so pretty. Thanks for protecting Liyue Harbor. Please come visit us for the next lantern rite.
Unfortunately, we wouldn't be able to participate.
Huh?
Because we are Adepti.
Oh, okay. It must be hard being an Adeptus. Aww.
You see, this is what Liyue is like today. The country of contracts is grateful to the Adepti for their protection, but it is no longer necessary for the city to rely on the Adepti's power to solve every little niggling matter. Although their blood is weak, there is still strength to be found in those we call mortals. The time of contracts between gods and Liyue has long since passed. Now is the time of contracts between Liyue and its people.
Seeing the port around us now, it is hard not to feel a bit out of place. Wouldn't you say so, Cloud Retainer?
Your line of inquiry is askew. One did not spearhead this expedition to Liyue Harbor.
Seems like the Adepti have had a change of heart.
Let us return now.
Eager to leave, conqueror of demons.
Yes, one understands what the Conqueror of Demons means. The city of Liyue has changed much after our long separation. One fears that by the time one finally grasps the new contracts of Liyue, you humans would have once again changed the place beyond recognition. Fair enough. Away we shall, and return whence we came.
Since we Adepti have consensus, then one shall persist no further. But how will we ensure that the Liyue Qixing will not simply exploit their power once we depart? In my view, that is still a thing to be guarded against.
All right, Mooncarver, you needn't worry. It seems to me that this right of supervision is best left to the people of Liyue.
Looks like the conflict between humans and Adepti was avoided. All's well that ends well. Oh, right! It's nice that we've got peace and all, but we're forgetting one thing. Child wanted to unleash the god so he could lure Rex Lapis out. But we were able to handle the Overlord of the Vortex on our own, so Rex Lapis never showed up. Oh, and speaking of that, don't we still need to get to the bottom of that Archon's death, too? Hyman doesn't get it. But
Todavía
isn't the
con...
strongest lead we have the
Pensé ya que
Adeptus
voy a
right of
acabar
party
con
that we're
esto de
organizing?
Geo ya. Qué pesado,
No idea where Zhongli's gone. Let's ask for him at Wangshan Funeral Parlor.
I created another universe and founded paradise. For I, Fischl, and the Prinzessin der Ver...
¿Qué nivel tiene este? 16. Y los de él los tengo ya. 16. Este tenía que subirlo. Que este lo tenemos al 0, así que lo vamos a fortalecer ahora mismo. nivel 8 no lo necesitamos. Ahí está. Confirmado. Listo. No. ¿Dónde era? Así era. No. En el libro. Fortalece 8 artefactos a nivel 7. Lo acabo de hacer. A nivel 8 que diga. Acabo de subir uno al 8.
I
Que era
hear
el que
the
me
voice
faltaba,
of
¿no?
fate, speaking my name in
No. Vamos a subir este mismo. Que no debería de gastar en estos, pero bueno, es lo que hay. Hecho. ¿Por qué no se está haciendo? Ah, a nivel 12, tío. Estoy tonto. Yo pensaba que era nivel 8 lo que me pedía. Es nivel 12. Seré tonto. Lo leí al revés. Vamos a subir el Dane model este. Nueve. 10. 11 y 12. Listo. Ahora sí. Sube 3 personas al 70, completa la espiral del abismo 5-3, equipa a 2 personas con un conjunto de 4 artefactos de mínimo 4 estrellas cada uno. Pues eso sí lo tengo, tío. ¿No? Fortalece 8 artefactos de 4 estrellas a nivel 16 y fortalece un arma, 3 armas al 70. Vale, perfecto. Y este haciendo un arma a nivel 5. Ok. Vale. Vamos a ver si tenemos suerte en el gacha. ¿Cuántas tengo? Me da para uno solo. Nada, caca. Caca la vaca. Can, 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 can. A ver las gangas de pain. Necesito 34 para esto. Okay. De esto puedo tirar un par de ellos. Hasta 75. Vamos a guardarlos porque necesito comprarle estas cosas para subir. Desbloqueado después de comprar mora. O sea, después de comprar esto. 100.000 more, ok. Podemos pedir 2 de estos. Vamos a dejarlos guardados. Cancelar. Tengo ganas ya de que me toque un personaje de nuevo, man.
Is there anything I can do for you two? I'm afraid that Wangsheng funeral parlor isn't it.
We've come to see Zhongli. Could you please...
Unfortunately, Zhongli isn't here at the moment. It seems he went to Northland Bank.
Doesn't the Northland Bank belong to the Fatui? Last time we saw Zhongli was before we went to the Golden House. Do you think he doesn't know about the attack on Liyue? Visiting the Fatui at a time, we had better go and make sure that everything is okay.
Me equivoqué. Vamos por aquí. Cofre. ¿Dónde? Ah. No tenía que hablar con... Hablé con este sin querer. En realidad es la puerta. Aquí.
You call this cooperation between Harbingers? Cooperation involves communication, you know.
Don't take it to heart, child. Besides, aren't you happy that you got to skip the formalities? Oh, it seems that some...
Hey, it's Zhongli and Child. And... you!
It's you two. I believe we've met once before.
Sí,
In the
esta es la
city
que
of
le
Bards,
robó
was it?
el
I'm
loco,
glad you
¿cómo se
still
dice?
remember my
El
name.
ex-hijo o algo así.
Ah, right. I imagine that it must have been rather hard to forget watching helplessly as something precious was snatched away from your...
No, don't let her get to you! You've yet to gather the powers of all 7 elements, and our last battle at the Golden House, so it might be best to keep things peaceful this time, seeing that 2 of the Harbingers are here.
Well, if it isn't you two. This is our first time seeing each other since Liyue was nearly wiped off the map.
Paimon knew that we should never have trusted a Fatui Harb.
Oh, now don't say that. Sure, I may have misled you, but I never had anything against... Besides, I thought we were getting along quite well together, didn't you? Except nothing personal. We just have different views, that's all. Of course, you may very well hold this against me, but that's up to you. The real deceivers here are Senora and Zhongli. Curse them for leading me on. So actually, I think...
Stop wasting time, child. There'll be plenty of time to... You remember the agreement, Morax. Now, if you would be so kind. The Gnosis, please.
What in the world are you talking about?
The contract is fulfilled. That which thou seeketh is now...
Ahí. La había robado él, loco. Qué cabrón. Ya entonces ya tienen dos. Tienen la de Anemo y la de Geo.
What? So you're the Lord of Chio? No, wait. That's an exciting twist and all, but why give the Gnosis to...
I do not give it for free. I give it as agreed upon in the contract. For it is a matter solely between the Tsaritsa and I.
Yeah, you don't think you went a little bit too far with that whole fake death thing? Everyone was preparing the ceremony for you, and splat! This big dragon falls out of this...
Gathering all the forces that had been bubbling behind the scenes, and then stirring them together in a pot that was bound to boil over.
Wait, what?
Perhaps it's best that I explain. As you know, I've dwelt upon this world for more than 6,000 years. I witnessed even boulders that can withstand whirlpools will erode with the passing of time. I kept convincing myself that cracks had not begun to form, and that the end until one drizzly day. As I was strolling along the harbor, I heard a merchant tell one of his workers. I stood motionless among the crowds, asking myself, have I already finished my...
Oh, Zhongli.
But as I began to consider relinquishing my divine role, I soon discovered that many reasons still was Liyue, the city I had dwelt in for so long, already prepared to enter its next age. I decided that a test was needed in order, so I feigned my own death, and gathered the cast of Child, the Adepti, and the Liyue Qixing to play their roles together on the stage that was Liyue. That's right. Which is why I continued to safeguard the Gnosis until now.
So you mean that if the chaos ever reached the point of no return, you would simply appear and use your divine powers to bring Liyue back?
Of course. And it would have been all too... Just as a child quickly matures after losing their parents, so has Liyue matured when faced...
I was pleasantly surprised with the finale of the show that you all put on. The Adepti deserve the greatest applause, considering their years of seclusion. They hardly recognized the city, yet faced with such a crisis, they exerted the greatest amount of restraint. Not only did they manage... And hats off to the emissary dispatched by the Cryo-Archon to fulfill our contract, Signora. She managed to keep everything she knew in strict confidence, far from the eavesdropping ears of her colleague Child, just as I had requested. All the while, I carried on as Zhongli, and fulfilled the traditions of Liyue in this mortal form. Thank you for what... These things were all a part of my script. The only unforeseen plot twist was the conduct of the Liyue Qixing. I had expected them to do no more than the Adepti. To come, they seized the opportunity to supplant Liyue's divine protectors, and used the subsequent power vacuum left by my death to quick...
Huh? That doesn't sound good at all!
On the contrary, I think it is excellent. I had always feared that it was too soon for them to take over from me. And it was also that which I longed for the most. As such...
Hey, what about me? Doesn't anyone feel the least bit of remorse for deceiving me?
I think that thanks would be more appropriate. You certainly played no small part in all of this, wreaking havoc and turning this... If you hadn't created the pressure of a battle between mortals, Adepti, and a god, the lump of coal resting in the hand...
Huh? Just whose side are you on, mocking me like that? Are you itching for a fight? Be that as it may, you've come out of this as the hero of Liyue. I, on the other hand, will be forever prescribed as a disturber of the peace.
Well then, with the Gnosis in my possession, I have no use for such idle chatter. We should return to Zappolyarny
Fine. I'll meet you there later. I'm not sharing a boat with the likes of you.
Do as you wish.
La emperatriz, esa es la hermana del viajero.
Now then, is there anything else you wish to ask me?
Right! As Zhongli always told us, a good trade is a fair trade. Paimon has no idea what could be a good trade for a Gnosis.
Realistically speaking, there is no such thing.
Huh?
However, I am the god of contracts. For thousands of years, I have made countless contracts. If the deal was of no benefit, then I certainly would not be inclined to agree to it. My agreement with the Cryo-Archon will be the last of my contracts as the Geo-Archon. My contract to end all contracts. As for the bargaining chip that the Tsaritsa used to balance the scales, uncover that answer for yourself in your future journeys.
¿Y ahora qué? ¿Me estás de vacilón? ¿Qué? Sabía que este tío era Rex Lapis, tío. Sabía que este tío era el dios. Estaba clarísimo. No hay nada por aquí. Tantos cofres y no los puedo coger.
Today's the day of the rite of parting.
Ah,
Although
es
the
el día
star of
del,
the show is
del
fake,
rito.
we've spent so much time trying to organize it, it would be a real shame not to go there now.
Ah, mierda. Necesito recargar la energía. Con este se recarga.
Well, since we're going through with this rite of parting, I guess it means that those rumors hit the nail on the head.
So Rex Lapis is really...
Oh, come on. Do you think that the assassin could have been a normal person? You know what I think? I don't think any of the gossip on the streets you hear from those shady types is worth anything. There's only one real possibility in my mind. I've heard that the assassin was that Fatui fellow.
Fatui? They certainly are very suspicious.
Shh! Lower your voice. If the Fatui catch you in their sights, Rex Lapis won't...
Culpa na novia.
You know that god from the ocean couldn't have just shown up out of nowhere. I mean, it's been 2,000 years since Rex Lapis subdued it.
Yes, and to think that this happened right on the heat...
Say, do you think the person who assassinated our...
Now that you mention it, that's very possible. I mean, it all fits together. That person must have colluded with the evil god to harm Rex Lapis. Still, what sort of supernatural prowess must this person possess to be able to do such things? I have never heard of such a...
forget it. Guessing's no use to us. Look, the Millilith over there looks like he's about to make an announcement.
Venga, tío, ya, el puto ritual.
Hear ye all! The Chi Sing's words. Though a dragon soars ageless as the mountains, it too must return to dust. This is common knowledge. Gods and Adepti live glorious lives, but both light and shadow have their season. So too must they face divinely appointed trials. Rumors and hearsay abound on the streets that Rex Lapis was murdered. Now, let the truth be revealed. Having been thwarted in his trial, Rex Lapis's soul has recouped the celestial heights. He beseeches the people of Liyue to grieve not and to let not their hearts be saddened. Nor are they to believe street-born rumors or indulge in baseless speculation.
Paimon needs a translation on what the Qixing's announcement said. So that's how they're spinning it. Something feels off. Why would they suddenly give up looking for the murderer? Not to mention how this excuse sounds like something they just made up on the spot. Could the Qixing already have known that Rex Lapis wasn't dead? But Zhongli said that neither they nor the Adepti knew anything. Did Zhongli tell them in secret after his gnosis changed hands? Exactly, right? Ooh, seems like the rite of parting has been going on for a while now. Let's go have a look. Look, it's Ningguang and Keqing. Are they saying something? Are their speeches over?
As said previously, Rex Lapis's soul returning to the heavens is the end of the contract. And it is also the end of an era.
3,700 years of contracts burnt and reduced to ash.
We, the people of Liyue, were indeed prosperous. But blinded by our prosperity, we forgot that time can be pitiless.
The long, unending dream of our Archon walking among us.
Now that we have awoken from our dream, we must learn to say farewell. Will you stand with us as we re-establish our contracts? As we build a new age of prosperity?
So concludes the words of Her Eminence the Tianquan. Does Her Eminence the Yuheng have anything to add?
Huh? Is she looking this way?
Traveler.
Yikes! She really is looking our way!
Is that the traveler who they say defeated the ancient god?
So young. The Liyue Qixing always repay their debts. And as you have heard, our eyes see far and our reach is long. Name your price. You deserve that much.
Whoa!
No voy a cobrar nada, supongo.
Well, could you help me put up some missing person posters?
And to think I'd put my best perfume, but it seems as if those perfumes really were meant to be off. Well, that's fine. Suffer no rivals in love, they say.
As for the mortals and Adepti of Liyue, what shape shall our relationship take from now on?
Las cometas, esto todo lo traímos nosotros. De verdad, no me acordaba. Los perfumes.
Rex... Now that perhaps mementos for Rex Lapis...
¿Qué haces ahí? Jodido. Mira el puto Rex Lapis aquí. Soul Link.
Hey, Zhongli! Look at this. Everyone in Liyue is caught up in their emotions, thinking that they'll never see Rex Lapis again. And here you are looking all relaxed.
Why would I not feel more at ease after laying down the burden I have borne for 3,700 years? Right. If the two of you can spare the time, I should treat you to a meal at the Shinya kiosk.
Ha! That sounds like big talk, Zhongli. Paimon might have believed you if you were treating us to some third-round knockout, but you'd have to pay out your nose just to stand inside Shinya kiosk. Are you sure you can afford it?
You're right. I do like the Mora.
But why would Morax lack Mora?
As the Rex Lapis Morax, I can easily create Mora. But since I have chosen to walk this earth as the mortal Zhongli, I should abide by the same rules that mortals do. When I was journeying with you, though I still had the Gnosis in hand, I knew that I must soon retire from my role as an Archon, so I had to rehearse a little for my new life.
Oh, no wonder. Paimon gets it now. You didn't look at the price tags when we were spending because you've never had to. But since you weren't used to not being able to just make more Mora as and when you wanted to, you had to try becoming a parasite to society who lives off of other people's credit.
Well, we were only spending Fatui money. You don't have to say it like that. In the City of Commerce, we do not merely exchange money or goods. We also exchange knowledge, memories, and foresight, as well as positions, roles, and lives. The Archon Morax could never experience life as the true mortal Zhongli could, no matter how many times he descended to be with his people. I must thank you for that. I will treasure the memories that I made as Zhongli, traveling the streets of Liyue with you. That is true. But there is no journey that does not end. No meetings without partings.
Paimon thinks that we should make a move and continue our search for the Seven.
I fear that continuing your journey may be difficult. The nation that neighbors Liyue by sea, Inazuma, is presently closed. The Electro-Archon Ball. And just as the people of Liyue preferred to call me Rex Lapis, she too goes by another name among locals in Inazuma.
Paimon thinks we've heard that one before. Raiden?
That is the case. And since Raiden is also the Shogun of the Inazuma Bakufu, people call her the Raiden Shogun.
That said, though people at the wharf were saying that the situation in Inazuma is very tense, Paimon doesn't remember that always being the case. It wasn't that bad last year.
Paimon sabe un montón de cosas. A mí me da que Paimon es un arconte y no se acuerda.
Something about what's happening there? Just how did Inazuma become a closed nation?
It's because of visions.
Visions?
When faced with circumstances beyond their control, humans often bemoan their lack of power. But if a person shows true strength of will at a desperate and fateful moment in their life, the gods will look upon them with favor. This is what visions are. Magical foci bestowed upon those who have been acknowledged by the gods.
Uh-huh. That's how people in Teyvat see it.
But starting from last year, the Raiden Shogun began promulgating the Vision Hunt Decree.
Vision Hunt Decree?
Yes. It was an order to seize all visions within Inazuma's borders, and to inlay them upon the hands of a statue of the 1,000-armed, 100-eyed god.
They want to seize visions. But why? Aren't visions blessings from the gods?
I should think that in the Raiden Shogun's eyes, It is precisely because they are divine blessings that they should be under the sole dominion of divinity.
Whoa, that's harsh.
The Animo Archon is the god of freedom, and the Geo Archon is the god of contracts. For her part, the Raiden Shogun is the god of eternity. It seems as though she has finally decided to eliminate any unstable elements that could pose a threat to her eternal realm. The fact that even I, the oldest of the seven, have now passed away will only strengthen her resolve to pursue eternity. Knowing her, she must have again quoted that adage she is most fond of when proclaiming that decree to her people. 7 ideals for 7 gods, and of these, eternity is nearest unto heaven. All right then. Was there anything else you wish to know?
That's right. Zhongli, now since Morax is dead, also, isn't the golden...
The Mora present now will not vanish. But...
This is terrible! We're all about to run...
Yes, this is indeed a major issue from a financial standpoint. Well, I suppose we'll just...
Then, did you at least set some private funds aside for yourself?
Oh, a private fund.
What's a shame?
It's a shame that I didn't think of... All right then. Was there anything else you wish to know?
Nah.
Well then, I suppose you'll have to find a way to get inside this closed nation. Have patience. I suspect that some serendipity must first come into play.
¿Ahora qué hago? Todavía no se puede ir a Inazuma. Misión completa. Ah, mira. Me dieron el último DG. Tío, todavía no se puede viajar a Inazuma por lo que estoy viendo. Ni siquiera hay... No. Hasta el año que viene. Estos cabrones tienen Inazuma bloqueado. Era la última ya. ¿Para qué coño quiero?
Brace yourselves. Nice and spicy.
Quería mirar una cosa.
No.
Oz, reveal thyself.
Vale. Pues nada.
May the Lord
Será continuar con las misiones secundarias, que aquí vi que había un montón. Aquí teníamos dos, ¿no? Ok.
reconfiguration is an essential function. Auto reconfiguration is an essential function.
So, are you buying or not?
Bueno, tenemos un par de misiones buenas aquí para hacer. Por lo menos tenemos cosas que hacer. Ay, lo del experimento, la visión legendaria, tal. ¿Y cómo eran las misiones?
I created another universe
Legendaria.
and founded Paris.
Corona de la sabiduría.
Dice for I, Fischl,
Creo que
and
era
the
aquí. No.
Prinzessin de
Reconfiguration is an essential function.
Are you buying?
¿Dónde era lo de las misiones legendarias esas? Está guapo ese tío.
Are you buying or not?
I created
Limbs are a requirement for locomotion.
Aquí, coño. Así que ya las teníamos todas hechas, estas son las nuevas. Carmen Day. Vale, vale. Pues vamos a empezar por dejar hechos los encargos diarios. Estos. Ah, mira, hay otra misión secundaria ahí. Vamos a recogerla. Bueno, vamos a las misiones. Están aquí. Vamos a esta primero.
Oz revealed. Yahoo! Yahoo! Midnight Phantasmagoria! Here we go! Oz revealed, nice and spicy! Let's dance! Come on, we can do it!
Ya puedo activarme la misión legendaria esta. Ya la haremos ya, por ahora déjala ahí. ¿Qué pasa con esto ahora? Vale, tenemos 2 misiones legendarias. Ahora vamos a esta.
I do worry about the well-being of my retinue during my impromptu absence.
I'm sure the good people of the Adventurers Guild are absolutely fine, mein Fräulein.
By royal let's play! Nova, get... You're toast! Yahoo! Shadow Raven, let night fall! Out of the frying pan! Oz, reveal thyself! I summon thee! Out of the frying pan!
Vale. Ah, vale, que tenía para recoger una. Y me falta una, esta. Que vamos a este mismo. Sería el cabrón.
Midnight Phantasmagoria! Let's play!
No rest for the wicked.
Brace yourselves! Yahoo! Nova, get them!
pesadito está. Sí, huye. Huye.
What is with Mondstadt?
By royal decree! Brace yourself!
Bueno, vamos a recoger. Vamos a hacerlo.
Wouldn't gliding be faster?
Cargos, no, los semanales. Los semanales no lo hemos hecho aún.
Ad Astra Abyss. Ad Astra Abyss.
Recogemos esto, aventurero.
Ad Astra Abyss.
Y todavía no han pasado las 20 horas, ¿no? A los envíos. Que no puedo enviar a ninguno más en realidad. Pues los otros los necesitamos. Vale, pues nos vamos a los semanales. No. Tampoco.
Sure, I'll play you in a...
Los jefes. Vamos a este. Vamos a hacer el lobito.
Huh? Huh?
Caña. Se me subió ahí solo con la caña. Sí me sale una fis que me falta una solo, creo. Y una barba para tener las constelaciones al máximo.
Let's dance!
Sí, amigo. Listo.
Oh, goodness gracious! By royal decree!
No rest for the wicked.
Yahoo! Time for takeoff.
As you wish, mein Fräulein.
Reveal thyself! Let the show begin! Wings of darkness! Come, sever night from day! Help! By royal decree!
Bastante dificilísimo. Sí. ¡Oh! Conjunto de maestría elemental. Está bien esto. Conjunto de 2 piezas, maestría elemental. Pluma del bardo. Conjunto de 4 piezas, aumenta el... con arcos y tal. Vale. ¿Este qué es? ¿Eléctrico? Ah, no, esto es geo, muchísimo. Sí. Sí, es geo. Por un momento me quedé pescando. Equipe de personaje. Vale, conseguimos otro. No sé si ese me viene bien para este. Porque yo que tengo. Este cómo se. Este de qué. No. Sería pluma. Pluma que le tengo puesto. Del instructor. Vale, se ve que tengo uno de bardo puesto. Lo cambiamos. Y vamos a subirle de nivel. Fortalecer. Hasta el 12. Perfecto. Hecho. Este instructor también. Pues sería cuestión de... Ahí. Bono de daño a Nemo, por eso lo tenemos. Que este está muy bien, porque este le subes el ataque, lo subes y hace mucho más daño a Nemo. Y este bono de daño a Piro. Okay. Ahora nos vamos al dragón. A este. Y me equivoqué. A ver qué conseguimos aquí. A ver si de casualidad conseguimos algo dorado también. Guarida de tormenta. El máximo que podemos hacer. ¿Y este por qué no? Porque tenemos que estar al 40. Vale, pues hacemos este.
Let's dance!
Venga. Ay, finiquite. Vale, no nos dio nada. No nos dio nada dorado. Bueno, hicimos lo diario y lo semanal ya. Yo creo que lo vamos a dejar por aquí, por allá. Sí.
Let the show begin!
¿Qué me hace falta para subir a este? ¿Qué me falta aquí? Flores y de esto. Sobre todo de esto. El anemo. ¿Dónde estaban los anemos estos? Vamos a por él. Vamos a hacerlo este ya que estamos. Para dejarlo hecho hoy, así mañana lo puedo volver a hacer. Son 40. Justo me da. Tengo 41.
Let the show begin!
¿Qué nivel de mundo tengo? 4 nivel de mundo. Rango aventurero 36. 36 y un cuarto.
By royal decree! Let the show begin! I'll protect us! Oz, reveal thyself! I'll protect us! One shall descend once again. Let the show begin! La la la, ha ha ha! By royal decree!
No puedes recuperarte, amigo.
Let's dance! By royal decree!
Vale. Conseguimos parte de lo que necesitábamos. Gastamos la resina.
I created another...
Esto lo podemos mezclar. Me faltan 3. Acantilado estrella. Y esto tendré para ser seguro. Montones además. Por eso no hay problema. Mañana puede que ya lo tenga a nivel 70 también a él. Ahora, ¿qué tenemos aquí? Continuamos con el evento. Sigue el camino y busca el catalizador de argento estelar.
Here. Should do for catalyst purposes.
Oz, reveal thyself! Let the show begin! Boba, get them! Here we go! Time for takeoff! Here!
This one. Usable with a bit of polish. What luck. This should be enough. My campsite is just up ahead. I'll lead the way.
Vale, vamos bien. Aquí no me apareció nada de eso, ¿no? Vamos a ver la mente. Ah, mira, ahí hay. Vale. Ok. Y ahí tenemos. Mira, allí hay un eso. Quita coño. Odia mosca. Por aquí más o menos. aquí aproximadamente. Yo sé que las marquitas esas son marcadores de tiempo y estos son como misiones. Mira, ya hay un...
My royal, let's play! I summon thee!
No rest.
At the fry pan, it's... Here we go, Glitter Clay. Shadow Raven, let night fall. Ah! Here we go, Glitter Clay. Boba, get them!
Venga, bruja. Bueno, debería de cocinar, sí, chuleta. Cocinado. Creo que hay alguien que cocina esto bien. Plato especial. Este plato especial. Vamos a hacer. A dejarnos hecho este. Mira, y tenemos este. Que es especial. Perfecto. Y no tenemos ninguno de esos, ningún carmesí por aquí. Ah, estos sí los puedo derretir todos. Que no podemos ver. Pero por aquí tiene que haber algo. Me extraña. Me extraña, araña, que no haya ninguno por aquí. Seguro que tendré que cogerlo de aquí arriba y dejarme caer.
This is my campsite. I've added the materials we collected to the while we are waiting, have a look over here. My assistant Timaeus here is helping me with my research. I'm guessing you may have met in Mondstadt already.
Hello! I've just gotten hold of the data from your experiment. The report is already up on the board there.
Whoa! Look at all the data! You got all these results from one slime battle?
I wouldn't call them results, inferences, and a few daring guesses perhaps. I think the most rational direction would be to expound on the phylogenetic relationship between this traveler and the slimes. Consider. You don't have a vision, but you can manipulate elemental energy. The slimes don't have visions either, yet they too are able to manipulate the elements. Following this line of thought, I'm sure we'll be able to establish a basis in fact.
Not bad for a point of entry. But strictly speaking, slimes are elemental life forms. In other words, beings consisting entirely of the elements. A cryoregis vine, or even a wildflower might be a better analogy. But tracing back the phylogenetic relationships between plants and animals, you might have to trace back to the world's origins. In that sense, things might get difficult, don't you think?
Yes, sir. That sounds correct.
After all, we've got our primary data already. This traveler is a visitor from another world. If it turned out that he did have a phylogenetic relationship with this world, now that really would be something, wouldn't it?
Ah, it would. Apologies. I was so excited to get the data. I'll slow down a bit next time. Speaking of data, to complete our research, we'll need some more. I'll be conducting analysis here for the time being. If you're keen for an update, just come and find me.
Great, I'll leave you to it. Looks like the potion's ready. I'll try a little first. If all goes well, I'll hand it over to you. In line with my expectations. Ready to drink. Remember to keep calm at all times, and breathe deeply if you feel unwell. I've just tried some. It's in line with my expectations. Remember to keep calm at all times, and breathe deeply. I'll be noting down all observable results.
Beber la poción. ¿Y cómo lo hago? ¿Para qué se usará esto? Material de espina de dragón, no lo sé, para algún arma o algo. ¿Y esto? Ah, vale. Ya tenemos dos. Tenemos el de el sangre oscura, el tal. Me da fuego. Ah, pues si me da fuego puedo ir a hacer.
You've got a funny look on your face. You said you tried some already. You sure it was ready? What happened?
Oh, this was the result I was expecting. This potion channels elemental power into the body, under normal circumstances. But if the internal elemental flow is unimpeded, you'll only experience momentary discomfort. Once the...
So you knew you'd be sick and still drank some?
It was my own concoction, of course. Only natural for me to be the guinea pig. But of course, you're my assistant. By all sense and reason, it would be... In conclusion, I'd say we have our conclusion. As far as elemental energy is concerned, you're no different.
Aw, Paimon wanted something cooler to happen.
Then again, better an ordinary result than a peculiar result. Peculiar results have a tendency to be of the... undesirable. The good thing about ordinary is that everything is an object of reference, and everyone understands. People are the same. They can understand, empathize, encourage, and support. When you're sick, a doctor can diagnose you because they are you. When something goes wrong, you can ask people who've made the same mistake for their... But a peculiar person, they don't have much recourse for the things we take for granted. The essence of their life. For example, a human can't understand the life of a pyroregisvine, or an eye. To sum up, this has been a positive outcome. Going forward, Timaeus, the results of the new experiment are out.
Just a moment, sir. I'll handle it. You gave me a lot to consider. Really stretched my limits. Having you down as an animal wasn't very precise of me. But starting with the premise of an elemental life form, now that was...
Not bad. I think it's an interesting line of inquiry. Whatever the truth of the matter, I'd like your research at the fore as opposed to my...
You can count on me, sir. I'll extract a result satisfactory.
Is he trying to join the Knights? He's starting to sound like a suck. What? I meant to say was that.
Before we can proceed with our research, if you're interested, why not have a look around? It may help to pass the time.
Ok. Ah, mira, aquí hay otro anemo. ¿Qué podemos hacer por aquí? Observar las instalaciones del campamento. Este sería ya a partir del 45 para subir a nivel 90 los personajes, o 100, no sé si llega. Vale.
Here comes Albedo. Let's go see him.
A ver qué más quiere el caraculete este.
I'm back. Did you see anything interesting?
Todo está un poco de
Agreed. I'd love to find a moment to put them all. Well, on with the research. There may be significant differences. Take Tevat, for example. Here, those with vision, but worlds may well exist where only one person is able to do so. So, leaving elements to one side. I think answering this question calls for the same methodology as last time. In other words, time for the next experiment. No. You shan't be required. Now, see this pillar here? Use your willpower to try and break it.
You think Paimon knows how to do that?
That was your best effort? Well, have you tried using your elemental power with food? I don't mean for cooking as such. I'm curious to see how the taste and texture respond. It may even help with proliferation. I suppose I have a curiosity. Anyway, why don't you cook us up a sunshine sprat? I've just finished preparing the rest.
Cooking? Paimon was.
Not only is this recipe a staple for me, it's also worth experimenting with and highly nutritious.
Paimon bets you're just hungry. That does sound yummy, though. Okay, Paimon approves. Good buddies are.
I'll leave you to it then. Looking forward to the result. If there's anything left over, maybe.
Paimon doesn't think we'll have that problem. How are we gonna channel elemental power into the food? Maybe try the willpower thing again.
Tengo que aprenderle la receta.
Where does it get these ideas from, man?
¿Cómo se llama? Pescado salteado con mantequilla. Vale.
Let's just do it the old-fashioned way.
Sí tenemos los ingredientes. Sobra. ¿Hay alguien que lo pueda hacer mejor? A ver. ¿Qué hace, por cierto?
That was fast. Looking forward to tasting. An average outcome experimentally, but you've really brought out the flavor. As far as the proliferation hypothesis is concerned, we've come up short. Seems like food presents the same head, unless... Could it be that the natural laws of this world are...
We just didn't know how to channel elemental power into the food. It's a little more complicated than adding...
Not to worry. At least we put some food to good use. No need. And here's your portion. Enjoy.
Woohoo! Thanks! Glad you were paying attention.
I can tell that you're good friends. Paimon was keeping an eye on you and your safety during the whole experiment. Not that Paimon would have been able to do much if things had gone wrong. But anyway...
Hey! You were being nice, but you do have tasty recipes, so... And you're right, we are good friends. You have good friends too, right?
Yes. I'm fortunate too, I suppose. There are all manner of alchemical items here. Keeping them in their proper place is a challenge at the best of times. A while ago, I had the misfortune. I managed to retrieve the majority, but 2 vials have been evading me. Animal crystal fly elemental extract.
Paimon's barely finished eating and you want us to go gathering again?
Don't worry if you can't locate them. I was planning to replace them anyway. If you had, say, superpower, like night vision or vibratory sensing, lost property would be a thing of the past. I must have dropped them somewhere in the area where you were looking just now.
So, guess we'd better take a look. Oh yeah! You could... This must be electrohypostasis powder! The extract of an animo crystal fly can only be animo elemental energy, right? This has gotta be it!
Goodness, you managed to find them. I'm wondering, this elemental sight, this is what a...
Yep, guess it does sort of count as a...
Unfortunately, though elemental sight is seldom seen, only a never-before-seen otherworldly power would be of benefit to my research.
You mean, we failed again?
Don't be disheartened. This falls entirely within my expectations. Besides, getting these items, I have to commend your deduction that the items would contain elemental traces. Right then. Up until now, our research has focused on your otherworldly identity. Our research on your identity as one of us is just beginning. In essence, the differences between humans are reflected in our intellectual and physical capabilities. Let's start looking out from where we're standing. Can you see what Sucrose is doing?
No.
And if you jump from here and landed on that cliff, the one over there, could you see her then? So what about if you planted a single blow on the mountain face here, and it burst into 1,000,000 fragments? Then could you see her? Then I shouldn't get too excited. Still, I know of a location that will be perfect for a physical test.
Still in one piece! Good thing the vial's so strong.
Wouldn't gliding
Creo
be
que
faster?
todavía no hayan implementado más el continente Inazuma, tío.
Wouldn't gliding be faster?
Es una... Hostia. Ese golem. Es un nuevo enemigo, No lo había visto.
Think you can get away?
Eat this!
As you wish, main Fräulein.
Nice and spicy! Yahoo!
la cabeza.
Goba, get them!
Ya está brillando. Vamos a marcarlo. Pilar. Aquí hay uno y este es otro. Aquí no hay nada raro, ¿no? Ahí tenemos dos rocas de esas. Esto es ancestral.
Yeah, nice and spicy! By royal decree! Here we go! Wouldn't gliding be fast? Yeah! Yeah, right! Reveal thyself!
Y el otro tiene que estar allá arriba. Bueno, primero necesitamos una fuente de calor. Aquí la tenemos. La fuente de calor. Ah, que tenía que subir aquí y no había dado ni cuenta. Yo estaba buscando...
You want us to jump from up here?
Not necessarily. Not if you know of a better method, that is. Whichever method you choose, the experiment will end when you reach the opposite shore of the lake. I will factor the time expended and your top speed into my comparative analysis.
The opposite side of the lake. So, we're gonna be swimming?
Without limitations, we complete tasks intuitively, using the method that some of us would be unable to stand the icy waters. Others might find the whole thing rather No matter what choice you make, it's all a part of the experiment. For me, every detail is invaluable to the research. Then if you would, please, I eagerly await the results.
Wait a minute. While we're busy testing, what exactly are you gonna be doing?
Vale, sí, lo que tú digas. Pero antes
Me?
de irme...
Recording data,
¿Dónde
responding to
coño
risks,
está?
providing emotional support.
So, if we do decide to go swimming, you gonna dive in with us?
No, está aquí arriba.
No. Unless you're thinking
míralo
of
aquí.
conducting competitive research?
Oh! Forget Paimon said anything.
Ahí hay un cofre. Interesante.
Out of the frying pan, into the fire!
Es un cofre lujoso, si no me equivoco, por la forma. Sí, es un cofre lujoso.
Goba, get them!
No, mierda. Ah, bueno, lo que quería era coger eso. tenemos 2 de los 3. Se supone, ¿no? Voy a volver a hablar con
Without
él para que me
limitation,
suba
some of us
rápido.
would be. No matter what choice you make, it's all a part of the experiment. Then, if you would, please.
Pero primero quiero investigar aquí. Dejemos que pase el tiempo. Para que nos regresen. Y vamos con el con 20 para poder volar más tiempo. Ya que parte de su pasiva es constelaciones. Necesito 3 de estas. De esto tenemos 2. Bárbara solo me falta una. Para que pueda revivir a personajes. Ok.
Right now, I wish I was sitting at the top of a tree, looking out over a meadow, cider in hand.
Without limitations, some of us would. No matter what choice you make, it's all a part of the experiment. Then, if you would.
Desafío completado. Hasta aquí ahora.
Ready, steady, go!
Great work. I've never seen a performance quite like it. Your reputation precedes you, traveler. The data shows that you're easily out.
But you followed us the whole way without breaking a sweat!
Me? Actually, I used alchemy to cheat. If it turns out that the natural laws of Teyvat do not affect you, I should be able to make various inferences about the otherworldly civilization you belong to. If the natural laws of Teyvat do affect you, then I shall be able to make inferences into the kind of evolution that would occur under the innumerable possibilities that this could present, the captivating insights. It would be something to savor again and again.
But how does this help your research?
You've helped me to unravel many of the problems that were holding it back. When we return to the campsite, I should be able to show you something interesting. I may be about to make some analogies between you and a few unusual gold, petrified trees, a sun 8 times the size of our own. The essence of the investigative process is enthralling, but such feelings are inevitably fleeting in nature. I'm willing to pour all my energy into research, and yet specimens are finite. As the unknown transitions into the realm of scientific understanding, the feeling of enlightenment is lost. All these things that start out as objects of fascination end up possessing the prosaic mundanity of a sunsetia or a sweet flower. They seek—
Oh, so that's why you wanted to sketch those hilly trails? Because you got to see something new and interesting in a different—
Precisely. To quote my exact words from earlier, These creatures are, for the most part, quite boring, not worth closer inspection. There is precious
So after all these experiments, are we gonna be like,
Of course not. You have been of great assistance to me. Now, before we head back to the campsite, follow me. There are some other ruins nearby.
Ok. Bueno, primero, ya que veo que aquí hay un...
Wouldn't gliding be...
Fuente de calor. Vale, aquí tenemos otro cristal de eso.
Huh? Huh?
Aquí está.
Yahoo!
Ojo. Un lujoso nada más. Ah, mira, ya tengo los tres. Cofre del escriba. Bueno, había que recoger 3 cofrecillos de esos para abrir una puerta o algo así. Quiere que vaya hasta ahí. ¿Y me explicas por dónde? Bueno, será por aquí.
No rest for the wicked.
Mira, elemento de hielo. Ahí arriba. Buah, no puedo hacerlo. Este no podemos hacerlo. Ponemos hielo y así yo sé que necesito traer elemento hielo. Lo que sí vamos a coger es esto. Se puede hacer más.
Nice and spicy.
Y ahora continuamos. Mira, ahí hay más cosas de elementos por lo que veo. Bueno, desde el elemento hielo las veo. Ok. Me imagino que desbloqueando esto, desbloquearás algo aquí debajo. Ok. ¿Qué tengo aquí? Ah, vale. Alguna misión.
By royal decree!
Ok, esto es del hielo ese de mierda.
Wouldn't gliding be faster? Oh, protect us? Wouldn't gliding be faster?
Allá arriba hay un mineral de este.
Wouldn't gliding be faster?
Mira. Ahí tenemos un fragmento carmesí. No veíamos más siquiera.
Race you!
I imagine you must have encountered more than a few conundrums during your travels.
Pues sí, la verdad que con mucho. Es parte del juego.
I'd like to observe your intelligence by means of a practical test of your capabilities, much as we did for the physical test. I'd like you to explore these ruins and return with your findings. There are 2 puzzles located at the far ends of the ruins. After completion, you should be able to activate the mechanism in the center. As with the physical test, there are no restrictions. Everything you do is an action I wish to observe. Remember that this is a test of intellect. So, let's see you in action. Start wherever you like.
Vale.
complex environment, so proceed with caution.
Un momento. ¿Cómo puedo hacer que vaya más rápido? ¿De alguna manera? ¿O de hacerlo cambiar de dirección? Ah, vale, lo que puedo hacer es parar. Se supone que tengo que hacer los que vayan allí.
Sealy like these are a common sight in the mountains. Returning them to their rightful places is up to you.
Necesito dos. Necesito encontrar otro de esos, puede ser. Mira el otro allá arriba. ¿Dónde se fue? Se volvió arriba.
Now I got stomach
Quiero que
cramps.
pares. Quiero que pares. Ok, desafío completado. Bastante fácil este. Ahora falta que este. ¿Será apagar la antorcha?
Oh, protect us! Come on, we can do it!
Ah, míralos allí.
Go,
Puede
Bubba,
ser que lo
go!
vea de
Go,
lejos
Bubba,
y de
go!
cercano. Vamos a recoger esto primero. Siempre recogiendo. Y ahí está el otro. Vamos primero a ese, que está más fácil.
Oh, protect us! Huh.
Cabrón.
By royal decree!
What the fuck? Me congelo. Se supone.
Let's play!
Y esto no me quita congelar, sí. Y ahora me falta. Y eso. Ah, espera, la foto. Hostia, que me ahogo. Se me había olvidado que cuando te quedas sin energía te ahogas. Vale, antes llegaste y ya no me llega. Qué tontito te pones, ¿no?
Yahoo! At the frying pan, it's by royal decree. Ha, ha, ha. Ha, ha. Ha, ha.
Venga, cabrón.
It should now be possible to activate the central mechanism. Exactly what will happen when you do is something I'm looking forward to finding out.
Hey, explaining things is Paimon's job.
Oh, seems that the water level has suddenly decreased. We should be able to see what's in the water now. Let's have a look.
Y esto.
What's this?
Unos patrones. Creo
To
que lo
the
he visto
best of
antes.
my knowledge, these belong to a script of some kind. They can be found all over Teyvat, but they've never given up their secrets. There's still a lot to learn about them. And as for why let me make a copy first. I'll make time to go over them in greater detail after our research.
Another thing for the don't understand list. Unsolvable mystery this, weird experiment that. It'd be nice to get some cool results from. Seems like if you want the reward, you gotta pay the price.
I've truly gained a lot from all this. Comparatively. The little let me return to the campsite first. By the time you get back, I may just have a fleeting miracle for you to witness.
Paimon's kinda looking forward to seeing the results of all this. Unless you can think of anything better to do, let's head back to the—
Not so fast. You're not leaving until I'm convinced that nothing—
You!
I most certainly did not. And I must say, you let your guards down. Or maybe you were drawn in by his compelling sounding hypothesis and friendly demeanor. Taking orders from a complete stranger? Drinking anonymous potions? Participating? I'd sooner believe you were tricked than that you would be so naive. Or
Listen, sister, your guard's so high you can't even see over the top of it.
it doesn't matter what you think. He could be a saint for all you know. I'm only concerned with one thing. Whether his alchemy has
No way! Paimon would have sensed it. And anyway, he didn't—
With an alchemist of his level, you wouldn't sense a thing. In any case, I'm not about to let a potential threat back into Mondstadt.
So, what are you gonna do?
I've got to hand it to you. You have your moments. If I can be sure that nothing you came into contact with is dangerous, I've investigated everything else. The only items left on the agenda are these symbols.
But we don't even know what they mean.
That much is true. Not to mention, Seems like there's nothing more to them. But for insurance purposes, I'd better make a copy. Now then, all things considered, I deem that you posed, which is what I was hoping. I would have been one very
Overtime.
Before we go our separate ways, Outlander, a word of advice. Don't be so quick to trust Albedo, and don't repeat the same mistakes that you did this time. You made a lot of rash decisions today.
¿Qué pasa? Que al final el tío...
She's gone! So stubborn.
¿Es malo o qué? Pues no tenía ni puta idea.
Mondstadt doesn't have many people like that. Huh. Never mind.
Experimento final. ¿Y esto qué? Él está buscando algo, me parece a mí. Lo estamos ayudando. Todavía nos queda todo esto. Y aquí hay un pico. Vale, vamos aquí. Y aquí, vale. Todavía aquí nos te queda bastante por explorar. Eso está bien. Así no nos aburrimos.
You're back. Good timing. I've just about reached the conclusion. You took quite a while. Did you get held up on the way back? Time for the results. We got a myriad of data today, and it was very difficult, but the integral preliminary conclusion that I can offer you is you're very much like a human from this world.
You couldn't tell that just by looking? We spent all day working our butts off for...
Please, I understand that this may have seemed self-evident to you, but have you ever considered that the world of Tevat may have a natural hostility to Outlanders? I mentioned the natural laws of this world. You're able to converse with me here without consequence, and nothing... The only other life form that, like you, has come here from afar is the seed that I mentioned. Under the effects of Tevat's natural laws, it isn't even able, but after I observed you, I had another idea. Imitating you helped to inspire my alchemy. And so...
Whoa! It looks like something's appearing!
The transition from nothing into something. From shoot to stem. And now to... Is not nurturing otherworldly life also nurturing the world itself? It would seem that that's as far as we go. A transient bloom of incomparable beauty.
Paimon thought, with all our efforts, it might have bloomed forever, and it didn't even have any fruit.
Life is a manifold tapestry of free entities. Its value shouldn't derive from how long it stays with us. Even a momentary burst is precious. A short life can be well lived. A life lived efficiently, lived to perfection, is necessarily one unburdened by loneliness. So, do you understand what I meant about us conversing here arguably being a small miracle?
Things feel a little heavy right now. Don't be sad. Albedo, Paimon really wants...
Thank you both. Even if dispelling loneliness is not essential for life, your help inspired me to discover the means to make a flower bloom. I mean that the time I've spent traveling with you in the mountains was a valuable journey for me. In the future, if the need arises, can I solicit your help again? Well, I made a point throughout of telling him how ordinary the results were. But what was that sediment I saw forming at the bottom of the vial? It should not have been there. What could it mean? Those born of Earth are bound by its imperfections, but those born of chalk are free of impurities. You and I are alike, both composed of a substance that has yet to be fully defined. If, one day, I lose control, destroy Mondstadt, destroy everything, can I rely on you to stop me?
What the fuck? ¿Qué acaba de pasar aquí?
Huh? Look at that. Looks like someone made camp here. Are other people adventuring nearby? Let's see how our fellow explorers are doing.
No entiendo bien lo que acaba de pasar, la verdad. Está claro que él oculta algo, eso seguro. El nivel 8 de reputación es más fácil. ¿Cómo hace eso? ¿Y cómo que reputación? ¿Dónde está la reputación?
I hear the voice of fate, speaking my name in humble supplication.
Está claro que aquí hay cosas bastante raras. Primero vamos al árbol este. Vamos a entregar los fragmentos que ya hemos encontrado. Son 120 los que hay. ¿Qué es esto? Ah, para resistir el frío. Pues eso está bien. A nivel 4.
Let's play! At the front pit, Oz, reveal thyself!
Stay right. No rest for the weak. As you wish, main Fräulein.
Get them! Brace yourself!
This was well done.
Come on, we can do it! Here we go! Brace yourself!
Yes. This was well done.
Nice and spicy! Let's play! Here we go! Nice and great! I summon thee!
As you wish, main Fräulein.
You're toast!
This is trouble.
Another test. Nice and spicy.
Should replace me.
Explosión de hielo se puede hacer ahí.
Boba, get them! Brace yourselves!
Are you here to explore the snowy mountain too?
You scared me. Please, don't scare me like that.
But you were just standing over there.
Not at all. I was just thinking of a name for a new subspecies of sweet flower I propagated. It has seeds that are 4 times as large as normal. Oh, are you interested? Wonderful. It's a shame. If I wasn't coming to this mountain, I would have brought some samples with me.
Yeah. Weren't you doing research in the city?
Timaeus and I were helping Albedo organize research data. Timaeus just left, in fact. You did?
Sure didn't.
He said that he wasn't as sharp as Albedo when it came to data. By quite a long shot, in fact. The significance of some things Albedo is able to grasp almost immediately, but we, on the other hand, take considerable time. I fear Timaeus seemed rather depressed about the matter. He said he was going to take a walk, so I'm currently settling the leftover affairs myself. I was originally going to take a look around myself after finishing up here, but unexpectedly, I gleaned some but, well... guess my search for
secrets? Don't have anything on us but that.
Then, could I ask you for a favor? In truth, I feel like
But isn't he your teacher?
Well, that's true, but I feel like he's always hiding something. It is my
Wait, how are you?
Timaeus and I are both passionate researchers of alchemy. If it was
You do have a point.
Could you help me investigate what it is that Albedo's hiding? Please.
What do you think?
Yes! Thank you, thank you.
All right. Let's take...
La caliza y el dragón. Deseo ponzoños. Bueno, creo que vamos a dejarlo por un rato. Y luego continuaremos. A ver, espérate. ¿Cuánto tengo de gacha? Hombre, podemos pedir otro par de deseos de esto. Vamos a hacerlo. A ver si tenemos suerte de que nos salga ya un personaje. Esto es una cagada. Bueno, no lo teníamos, así que mira, viene bien. No teníamos al Bennett este.
I hear the voice of fate, speaking my name in humble supplication.
Oh, ow! Where did that come from?
What the fuck? Ay. Bueno, personaje nuevo.
Have some hot soup, or you might just freeze.
No hay nada nuevo en... Eso es laboratorio. Voy un momento aquí a ver si el herrero tiene algo nuevo para hacer, armas nuevas que ni me he fijado en las últimas actualizaciones. Aquí no hay nada nuevo. Pero si tengo de estos, ¿cómo que no tengo? ¿A qué te pide? Estás loco, no te doy resina yo. Ni de broma. Vale, podemos crear rollos de estos, pero no nos interesa. Las espadas, el arco lo tenemos creado. Los dos además, si no me equivoco. Esto. Vale. No queremos vender nada. Bueno, a lo mejor se puede vender los cristales. ¿Y para qué sirven entonces los cristales? A este solo le puedes vender. No vender. Ah, vale, que me vende él. Pensaba que vendía yo. Adiós. Lo que quiero saber es entonces para qué sirven los cristales. Esto. Fragmentos de escarcha. Tenía uno, no me había dado ni cuenta. ¿Para qué sirven entonces estos fragmentos? ¿Qué se puede hacer con ellos? Pobre esta, le tengo puesto el trasto este. Le podría poner otro cualquiera de estos. Aumenta el ataque normal un 40%. Este arco es muy bueno, ¿eh? Ese arco tendría que subirlo.
Right now, I wish I was sitting at the top.
¿Cómo se consiguen piedras de esas? Tengo 0. Esencia milagrosa. ¿Cómo se consigue? Detalles del evento. Ah, vale, desbloqueado después de completar deseo ponzoñoso. Ok. Acto 1, acto 2, 3 y 4. Mola, mola. Tienda del evento. ¿Pero esto qué es lo que hace? Un gran poder y sabiduría. Es un artefacto. Material de mejora de talento, pone. Me parece tan raro eso. ¿Y esto qué es? Para el arma deseo ponzoñoso. Ah, que